Hey nerdlings, on behalf of Floyd, I think that's Floyd, are you ready to play the past into the future? Because we have the newest VGM box. So let's jump right in. First off, we have the information card. Obviously, I will be putting a link in the description below so you can check them out. We also have a 2-up. I subscribe to the 3-game box, so 5 games to add to the collection. Every month the VGM does a little something cool in there, and this time we got this. Fortunately, I already saw a couple of people posting their pictures online, so I know that this is a cell phone holder for your smartphone, so you can prop it up right there. Although my phone is actually a little big, so it doesn't really fit in much of anything. But it also has a cleaning cloth, or, you know, if there's someone whose favor you're trying to win over, yoo-hoo, and then you just put it right back in there and win someone else's favor over, like you do. So, 5 games. Let's check out what we got. On top, we have a Nintendo 64 game. We are going to head on down to South Park to meet some friends of mine. I actually didn't get to play a whole lot of Nintendo 64 games back in the day. I was big into RPGs, so I jumped ship and went with PlayStation, following my Final Fantasy. But I did hear a lot of people talk about the South Park games. I don't know if it was this one or the other one, but there was one that had a lot of good multiplayer stuff to it, which, again, Nintendo 64, excellent multiplayer games. So if you ever got to play South Park on 64, let us know. Let me know what I'm in for. I'm sure there's going to be something about Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo in there. Gross. Next up, we have a couple of...
Howdy
Oh
ho!
no, I just don't. Oh, the poo's touching me. Gross. Oh, no! No! Oh no! Tastes chemically. So back to the games. We got a couple of Famicom games. First off, we got one that was very well loved, obviously. He's a little dirty on the cartridge, the front and back for the Famicom. And there's a very faded end label on top. And it looks like it is the name of the game in Japanese. If you can see the lettering, you probably can't see it at all. But if you look underneath the Fantasy Zone text, it looks like it matches, so I'm sure that's what it was for. Anyway, Fantasy Zone. I think this was on NES, American release. I think it made it over here. I want to say it was one of the Tengen games, but I don't want to leave the video and pull it down. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Mystery. I love, by the way, the psychedelic Fantasy Zone text there. You know, it's very like tie-dye hippie. Whoa, check it out. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Next, we have Star Soldier for the Famicom. And it's got a dashing little anime character. He looks like he has that late 70s, early 80s anime hair that pretty much everyone in anime had at the time. I really think Star Soldier was a shoot 'em up because I keep thinking of a Super Star Soldier, and I want to say it was on the TurboGrafx 16, which was very well known for shoot 'em ups or shmups. I don't like shmups. I like shoot 'em ups. I don't like the term shmups. It's just weird. Next, we have a Super Famicom game, and this look. Okay, when I first saw this, I thought it was Tailspin because of the little emblem with the characters up there. It looks like a... Is that a little boy or a monkey with a helmet? And an iguana, maybe? I don't know. Whatever it is, it looks like it's the second. So the characters make me think it could be kind of an action-adventure game, platforming game, but it could also be an RPG. Who knows? So this is part of the fun part of getting Famicom and Super Famicom games, because then you get to just plug them in and find out what you got. Sometimes you get a weird puzzler game. Doesn't even make sense. And the last game, I just started asking for Game Gear games on my lists, and I got Disney's The Jungle Book for Game Gear. And what's really cool is it has the plastic all over it, and I don't know if that's original factory plastic or if that's, heat sealed plastic. Regardless, the box is in really good shape. It's not too faded or anything. It even has the hanging tab up top. But as you can see, it is not squished at all. The very few Game Gear boxes that we have, the cardboard boxes, I mean, they are just smashed. So I don't know. People probably put the Game Gear on top of it, which would absolutely crush anything anyway because of how huge it was. So, yeah, these were great games. I love getting the Famicom games and the Super Famicom games. The Nintendo 64 games, I always like to get those because, again, missed out on a lot of games on that system, so kind of a chance to go back. And the Game Gear, hey, as long as you can plug it into a wall, it's going to be great. If you have to use batteries, you have 10 minutes of fun. But, again, really awesome. And that is the Video Games Monthly box. And keep in mind that this subscription service that gets you games every month, they do have an online list that you can populate to avoid any duplicates, which is kind of handy when you have a fairly large library of games. So definitely check them out, see if there's anything that you want to sign up for, various tiers and all that. But otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you get this box and what kind of games you got, because I love seeing what other people get. And definitely let me know if you've played any of these games, the Japanese ones especially, because I want to know what I'm getting into. So have a great time, and we will see you next time, nerdlings.
Hi, we got games. There's games. There's games there.
Ready?
Ready.